And welcome back to another video. Hopefully this one will do better than the last one. The last one had a few problems but with the Streamlabs, but Streamlabs is looking fine. Today I'll be taking a look at the Elemental Gauntlets add-on. I almost said Morph Gauntlet, but no, it's not Morph Gauntlet, it's Elemental Gauntlets. Two totally different things. So yeah, if you see me looking at my second screen more, over here more than usual, that's because I'm checking Streamlabs to see if there's any issues. Again, I have no idea what was going on last time. I've restarted my computer and everything since last time because I need to update some stuff. I need to restart it to update the stuff. Oh, Vibrant Visuals is on. Why is Vibrant Visuals on? I didn't have it on last time I was playing. Last time I was playing, I was doing a review, and I've not played since then. It seems to be working fine, even though it's recording. Like last time I had vibrant visuals on while recording, it kind of lagged to shit. Like it was legitimately like one FPS. So yeah, it seems to be fine. So yes, I'll just leave and no point in changing it if it's not causing any problems. Right, so oh god, yeah, one of these books. Welcome to the Gauntlets. Gauntlets introduce 7 unique elemental gauntlets, each infused with the powerful abilities and exciting effects. Book plus whatever that is to go. Next page here, punch, interact / use. Previous page, sneak and punch to prove. So left punch to go forward, interact to go back. So let's see. Can you just no? I wonder why these tabs are here then. Anyway, punch. So let's see. Right. Can't they just make it so that if you've got one of these kind of bugs where it's an entity, just have the entity sit still? I don't need it always constantly following me. Just have it sit still so I can then look closer at the book if I need to. Hold on, I need a spyglass. This spy. I hate this style of guidebook. It is just so frustrating. Right, so usable energy naturally generates in the world. Right. So what is the usable energy? Usable energy, which is that thing that you use for after the book, is a rare resource essential for crafting elemental shards. The core material used to create all the gauntlets and elemental armor. Usable energy normally generates in the world below Y0 as an ore, and it can be found in 2 varieties, normal and deep slate. So energy. So we have the usable energy ores, and you get usable energy out of that. So this is what they look like. There is a few bit black. So yeah, that's usable. That's the normal variant. This is the deep slate variant. I do like it because it is kind of like rain, kind of like multicolored, and I do like multicolored blocks like this, and it does look. It legitimately does look like a multicolored gem. Or I just like it anyway. So you'll need an iron pickaxe or better to mine it. That's very simple to get. When mined without silk touch, the unstable energy ores drops a single unstable energy. So that's this unstable energy. The maximum number of items dropped can be increased with fortune. Obviously, it's typical vanilla Minecraft stuff. The ore block can also be smelted in a furnace or blast furnace. Don't know why do you want to do that. So use your unstable energy to craft the Gauntlet Crafter. The key block for crafting and upgrading your gear. So it's just cobblestone, crafting table, unstable ore. Very simple. So, what was it called? Gauntlet Crafter. I am going to turn vibrant visuals off because it is making the gameplay sluggish and it's be annoying. Keep on. I don't know why they decided to put spaces in between all these. It just makes it longer to scroll down. So let's go down to fantasy instead of vibrant visuals. Come on, there we go. Alright, place this down. That looks cool. If I go to game mode 0, see in here you can craft all like the shard blocks. You've got the shard blocks. You've got the armor. You've got the gauntlets. You've got a training dummy, and you've got the different shards. So it's like unstable energy plus like a blaze shard, prismarine shard, blaze powder, prismarine shard, iron ingot, wind charge, copper ingot, the chorus fruit, and soul stone. So none of these are particularly hard to get except for like the ender shard, which you need to go to the end, kill the ender dragon, and then they go to the outer end islands to find the chorus fruit. So yeah, you have the gauntlet. Also, they made the text absolutely tiny. So gauntlet crafter and elemental upgrader. The gauntlet crafter works like a crafting table and is used to craft all gauntlet armor and related items in this add-on. Elemental upgrader, hovering above the gauntlet crafter block is the elemental upgrader. Place your gauntlet there to upgrade its elemental abilities. Each gauntlet upgrade demands a certain quantity of its corresponding elemental shards. So I guess that's the gauntlet upgraded there, that floating cube. So each ability has 3 upgrades, enhancing stats and unlocking new effects. To retrieve your gauntlet, pick it up by interacting with an empty hand. And then you have like pyro, so you can upgrade each ability up to level 3. So yeah, you got the shards. And then you make the shards just like into armor. So assume the use the elemental shards to craft your first gauntlet. Each gauntlet follows the same. Yeah, so that's how you have to craft the gauntlet. 2 shards, 2 iron ingots, and 2 Lever. Um, input also re-attack and punch. So yeah. Elemental abilities. Each gauntlet grants you access to 5 unique elemental abilities when equipped in your main hand. Passive. So there's a passive constant effect that is applied without any input. Primary, your basic attack action, skill 1. So press or hold the use action and press or hold use while sneaking. Press sneak and sneak twice to in quick succession. To use the third one. Elemental armor picks, equipping different, they give you picks. 2-piece set bonus activated by equipping 2 pieces of a matching set, and then you have the full set bonus for all 4. You can mix and match them. Action bar. When any gauntlet is equipped, held in the main hand, the action bar above you or hotbar will display the status of your 3 elemental skills: skill 1, skill 2, and skill 3. So 1 is skill. So 1, 2, and 3 is the 3 different skills. 4 currently charging skill. When a skill is charged, it turns yellow. So 2, 4. Yeah, so 4. I think so. Yeah, when it's charging, it turns yellow. Charging status only applies at skills with multiple charge level. Charges left. Some skills may have multiple uses when the cooldown ability cooldowns. Okay, so let's go on to the. I need to go into creative mode. So yeah, let's start with the fire set because obviously that's here. So to craft the fire pyro is just like shards, shards. Yeah, so I assume like all the armor. Yeah, all the armor is just shards. So all these are the same. Just switch out the shard types. Pyro shards as we showed off there. So let's get the pyro stuff. So with 2 pieces of armor, you get fire resistance. With 4 pieces of armor, 4 pieces of armor doesn't seem to give you. So pyro builds power through heat, unleashing devastating attacks that grow stronger the longer you stay in the fight. That's the goal. I want to look at the armor. The armor picks. Yeah, fire resistance. There we go. And then minus 50% heat depletion rate. Armor pale. Okay, I don't know what heat depletion means. Picks. Maybe it's the passive taking or dealing damage builds your heat. Yeah, heat meter, empowering your abilities. Heat slowly dissipates over time. So yeah, that's what. Yeah, it is to do with the gauntlet. So let's get the gauntlet. So this is the gauntlet. So if I punch, do that. So let's some. So it's just like a. So it's like a slightly. It's a bit more powerful range attack, and you can see the heat meter down at the bottom. I guess the more that builds up, the more damage I do. So yeah, fiery deep punches ignite enemies when above 75% heat. Skill 1, flame dash towards and slashing through enemies. So that's fact. Yeah. You can see there, it's cooling down. So let's summon another Vindicator. So if you would stay still, so he's over there. So I'm gonna do that. Ah, yeah. So it goes yellow when it's starting, and then you just attack him. I don't know why I didn't do damage to him. Skill 2 unleashes the continuous flame, steam, damages, and light enemies. So that's shift and punch, I think it was. Crouch punch. So crouch, punch. No. Ah, crouch is back. So you just like send. And it does damage depending on how much heat you have. So if you're fighting a lot of stuff, that could be really useful. And then we have Flaming Meteor. Leap high and crash down, doing igniting damage to all. So, summon Vindicator. That's cool. Yeah, pretty cool. I do like this. It's is a cool some cool abilities. And it's got a unique mechanic where the more you fight, the more powerful you get, which I think is also pretty cool. Not seen anything like that in an add-on before. So yeah, pretty cool. And also, I like how having the entire armor is beneficial to this, your armor basically improves your attacks by slowing down the decrease of the burn meter. Oh yeah. All right. Also, what is it? Pyro, not ignite. Pyro. I forgot about the upgrades. So, Pyro Gauntlet. It's on the shards. So you put the Gauntlet on there so you can upgrade the heat. So, upgrade it increases heat gain and it reduces heat depletion rate, and it costs, so 6 Pyro Shards. Oh, and while above 50% heat gain, you get the speed effect. So and then next level, natural heat depletion cannot reduce heat below 25%. Oh, that's cool. That's really useful because then it's just like, oh, you can't, if it can't go below that, then you don't have to do as much fighting. Then you have primary fiery punch. So upgrading that increases damage, burn duration, and effect activation reduces that to 75% heat, I guess. And then leveling up again will give you increased exploding radius, and hitting burning enemies causes an explosion that deals 25% damage to nearby enemies. And explosion. Effects now activate at 50% heat. So a stack of crystals is enough to fully upgrade that 2 abilities. So I'm gonna need 1.5 stacks more. Oh, and this is melting my eyes. Great. No. Take out. Put it back in. Dash 1, cooldown, damage, range. So just upgrade it, all that, then Dash leaves a fiery trail that ignites enemies when they step on it. Trail explodes on end, dealing good damage and igniting mobs. So skill 2, fire breath. Damage, heat, consumption 50%. 3%. So just range and main damage. Plus 1 damage for every second hour. Continuous casting. Back. Flaming meteor. Reduce cooldown, impact. Scatters molten rock on the impact that deal damage and ignite enemies. That's them all fully upgraded. So if I summon before, get back here. 2, 3, 4. So just first one that was less damage than it did normally. I could have sworn it normally did. So Vindicators have 20 health. If you're killing it in 4 hits, that's what, 5 damage per hit. I mean, you do have increased range compared to a normal attack, so I guess that's the thing. That's the trade-off. And I guess also the more heat. So that again, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one set him on fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't really appear to be doing any more damage. The more heat you get. I mean, he is taking damage from there. So let's try one of the other ones. So if I interact, there we go. That's cool. So dashing into them helps. Definitely helps. That's so yeah. Also, recharging your abilities takes up heat meter. Let's just get the heat meter full. And let's. So I was shifting back to the high breath. Pushes them back quite a bit. Doesn't do a ton of damage. Honestly, I wouldn't really bother with the fire breath. Maybe unless it's like good for like crowd control kind of stuff, but it just uses up a bunch of your flame meter and it pushes them back. So if you're unless you can like get them back up against the wall, the whole like continuous use thing doesn't really get much use. Like I remember seeing like in the upgrades, if you continue to use this, then it'll increase power. But if they're getting knocked back out of its range, then you're not gonna really be using it because they're gonna be outside of the range, so you're gonna have to stop using it. Maybe if you just like push them, just still push them away from you, but not as far. Like they got pushed out, just within the range. Maybe that would be more worth it. Right, so double tap crouch. Oh yeah, that's cool. I know one-shot him as well. Honestly, that's the best ability. Is like honestly just like punch him a bit, get to the heat meter up, and then just tap crouch twice, and you just absolutely nuke when you go max out and nuke everything in an area. Yeah, starting off decently well with a decent uh, set. Got some cool abilities in there. Yeah, heat, ability upgrades, skills. Yeah, crafting recipes. So you got the shard, you got all that, you got that. I got pyro wisp. This is like the familiar. Stats, health, duration, behavior, neutral, movement, flying, attack type, range, attack effect, so 15 seconds, attack type 2, health. So behavior, if tamed to a player, it can be fed with unstable energy to produce a pyro shard. Also, you can just like cut out the need for fighting blazes and just feed this guy unstable energy to get pyro shards, which is cool. If a wild wisp is attacked by a player or a mob, it will fight back. Drops 1 to 3 XP when killed. Taming can be tamed with a pyro shard. Taming wisps will follow. The tamed wisp will follow their owner and protect them if they are fighting. You can command your wisp to stay with sneak and interact. Naturally spawns in the nether, mesa biomes, and desert biomes. And then it has a cool little spawn egg. So if we get a bunch of pyro shards and summon one of these pyro wisps. Yeah, oh, it only took one. So let's get the so we have the unstable energy. Yeah, fed it unstable energy and gave me a pyro shard. Pretty cool. It's cute. I like it. He's cute. I like him. It'll also make it so that he could like spawn really around like lava blocks. So if you find like a cave with like a big lava pool, you'd find like a couple of these flying around. That would be cool. I think it makes a bit more sense than them spawning in the mesa and desert. Yeah, still cool. I like him. Yeah, you can just interact with him, and then he'll just like stay wherever you interact with him in. So you don't even need to crouch and interact. You just need to interact, which is weird that they said you need to crouch and interact. So we got the Hydro set. Hydro. Right, so 2 pieces of Hydro armor does not give you any effects. Hold on, let's test this. That's the skills. I want to know about the armor. Gauntlet abilities. Here we go. Armor pick, so it gives you. It's supposed to give me resistance 1. It's not giving me resistance 1. I've got, yeah, Hydro leggings, Hydro boots. It's not giving me resistance 1. And 10% iron skin reflection damage. Just kind of like thorns, I guess. Oh, what? No, I'm holding the. Okay, so I guess it's like the double crouch ability. Yeah, that's the double crouch ability. Go on the ground. That's pretty cool. Let's. So passive is aquatic, which grants permanent water breathing, which is not doing that either. It's not granting me water breathing. So if I go it's not granting me permanent water breathing. I guess I need Okay, yeah, so it does give you water breathing, and I'm also getting regen while underwater. I guess the armor doesn't give you resistance. I guess it gives you regen, but only when you're in the water. That's kind of annoying having to get the effect. I mean, it kind of makes sense with it being water-based. So you do only need to be in one block of water for you to get to the regen. But yeah, it would be nice if you didn't have to be in water for that. Primary ice punch, yeah, it's just basically the same thing we've seen before with the fire, but instead of fire, it's ice. And then you have ice spikes. Shoot an ice spike projectile that explodes on impact, damaging and applying slowness free to all enemies. So skill one, that's interact. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So let's summon Vindicator. Oh, I'm in survival mode. Yeah, well, I'm dead. Also, I just realized this armor isn't even as good as Diamond. Which is annoying to... Or, yeah, again, that's doing about 5 damage. Ice Spikes. Tsunami summons a wave that pushes enemies and deals damage. So that's Shift Interact, I believe. Shift Interact. Yep. Help. There we go. Oh, and it has durability. That's 2,000. Oh, I want to check something. Can these be enchanted? So the gauntlets can't be enchanted. The armor can be enchanted. Okay, so the armor is the most expensive. So at least the armor can be enchanted with mending and unbreaking, but the gauntlets can't even be enchanted with mending and unbreaking, which would be a bit annoying, but I guess it's not like the end of the world. And then that third one is slip and slide, become a puddle. So yeah, so you become a puddle of water, gaining increased movement speed and invincibility. Does this do damage to... So, bring it down. Upside now, it doesn't do damage. I guess this is like, oh, now I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just wait for it. I'm gonna dive, so I'm invincible and they can't see me, and I just run away. But it says you're supposed to gain movement speed, but that's actually really slow. Become a puddle. Yeah, increased movement. Yeah, the increased movement speed. Oh wait, okay, so you don't need to hold shift to use it. It's because I was holding shift. Not a lie, I just didn't realize to let go of shift. Yeah, it is much better than I thought. So yeah, you just... Oh, I'm out. The wake in the water. Yeah, it does wake in the water. Use that to gain invincibility, regen health, and regen health. Yeah, and that's just like all the upgrades and stuff. So, let's get 1.5 stacks. Yeah, I'll use the best 2 team die. So yeah, you just yeah. So you gain a double jump. To dash forward. Whilst double jump to dash forward while swimming. Dash damage. Dash damage enemies hits. Damages enemies. 20% cooldown for all hydro abilities. So yeah, just add increased damage. Adds 1 second slowness. Duration and slowness strength. And no, slowness strength is the same. Increased slowness strength. Weakness affects duration. If the hit enemy is slowed, apply weakness 1. If hit enemy is slowed, apply. Oh yeah, that was the last one. Skills. Freeze all water blocks in the impact area. +1 max charges. +1 B impact block impact radius. +3 damage and 1 max charge. Tsunami, so increase speed and wavelength. +5 damage and 4 blocks radius. After the wave ends, a second smaller wave follows, dealing half damage. Slip and slide, so more damage. So you get +10 damage, 4 blocks radius, damage all enemies, damage to all nearby enemies when you emerge. Oh, I'm out of shards. Oh, and then we need to take it out and put it back in. Oh, and of course it had to do that. Upgrade. Oh, I forgot to check what the upgrade was. Casting back, knockback radius, +3 blocks, damage all knockback enemies when casted, +5 seconds duration, can emerge early when double jump. If I yeah, that is. Ooh. Oh, wait, I'm flying. So yeah, you do it. Let's go into survival. So you do a double jump and you do go forward a bit. Not great. Kind of aim actually. There we go, that's a little bit better. It also takes you out of like swimming animation, so it's just like you have to like redo the swimming animation, so it's a bit annoying. There's interact. Yep. Oh. So yeah, that does freeze ice. It said it had increased damage. So let's summon Peter and see how much damage. Oh, I forgot I'm in survival. Oh, and of course I miss. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that did 3 damage instead of 3. Took 3 hits instead of 4. So it's doing like what? 20 divided by 3. 1 3 is 3. 2 3 is 6. 3 3 is 9. 4 3 is 12. 5 3 is 15. 6 3 is 18. 7 3 is 21. 8. So yeah, 7. So it's about it's doing about 7 damage per hit. Regen's a bit slow. Primary edit damage. 1, 2. Oh, come on. 3. That's doing 5 or 6 damage. So yeah, 6, 12, 18. Yeah, so yeah, could be doing 5, could be doing 6. But it's not doing any less or any more than that. What was... Oh yeah, the... Wave. So shift. All the one comes out. And I'm gonna let him hit me, and then I'm gonna... Oh. There's the full hunt effect. So let's... He can't kill me while I'm in here. When I come out, I do damage to him. Come on. The range on the punches needs to be increased. Like, seriously. Like, they're just barely outside the range of the Vindicator. No. Yeah, so they just... You barely hit the Vindicator outside of its attack range, where you can't hit it, and then you play the risk of just, like, having to wait, and then it just does a ton of damage. Like, so the armor definitely needs to be upgraded to be at least as good as Diamond. Like, come on. This armor is way more difficult to get than Diamond, because you need to find this ore, which only spawns below Y0, so it's basically, like Diamond. Then you need to take that ore and combine it with something else, like depending on, what it is, it's either like, iron. So yeah, it's just like, this one you have to combine the shards with prismarine shards. You have to combine the unstable ore with the prismarine shards. And like the last one, you have to get blaze powder, which is never only. This one you have to combine with iron. This one you have to combine with wind charges. This one you have to combine with copper. This one you have to combine with course fruit. You have to go to the end for that. And then that one you have to combine with soul sand, which you have to go to the nether for. So it's just like, why is it not at least as good as diamond? Like, especially like the water one. Like, the only decent ability the armor gives you is that, oh, you can regen when in water and you have water breathing. Like, water breathing good, but if you've got like the prismarine shard, you've probably already killed the guardian at that point. And it's like, well, why would I need that water armor if I'm already capable of killing the guardian? The guardian. So yeah, the armor needs buffing. But yeah. Also, here's a little dude. He is very difficult to see. Well, nice. So you just interact. He's inside of the book. Get out of the book. You interact with him once, tame him, and then you can just have him. So and he protects you and stuff. I'm in survival mood. I do not think, like, in the slightest I would be anywhere near OP to have this the armors be as good as diamond, because like it's like the ore itself is a very like, I don't know how common it is. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be like super. Hold on, I can actually find out. Game mode spectator. I might actually be able to see the ore. So yeah, if let's go down to below Y0. So we're in a cave here. There should be spawning the ore. I don't have night vision, so that's gonna make it a bit more. But yeah, I'm not seeing any of the ore. So it does seem to be, yeah, look, diamonds. I've found diamonds, but I've not found any of this ore. EFFECT. Effect. At P. Night vision. 10, 10. Not going to be finding any ores here. Also, when are you? Seconds amplifier, so let's do 255. That'll give me it for 5 minutes. There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of this or anywhere. I mean, what I could do, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna teleport myself like 1,000 blocks out. So it's completely newly loaded chunks. So there's no like, oh, these are old chunks, and it's not spawning in old chunks, which it really should be spawning in old chunks because more ores and tools have had the ability to spawn in old chunks for ages now. So TP at P. TP at P 100 at P 1,000 1,000. So these are entirely newly loaded chunks. There is no excuse for there to not be any of the ore. Look, diamonds already found diamond. Yeah, so there's one. There's a vein of one ore there. There's another one, and there's a bit more here. So yeah, I can't see it through blocks, but that's four, at least four there. Another diamond there. Another ore there. There's another diamond vein there. Another diamond vein there. So it does seem, yeah, there's more there. So it does seem to be about on par with diamond. Bearing in mind, like, there's another one there. Bearing in mind, like, diamond spawn rate is reduced when exposed to air. So it's very likely that it's even rarer than diamond because I don't think they can apply that to their ores. There's more diamonds there. There's that there. And in bigger caves, like, you're more likely to find ores, which back before they implemented the reduced quality for diamonds when air you could just find tons and tons and tons of diamonds in a big cave, which is why they implemented that in the first place. So yeah, so it appears to be about as rare as diamonds, if not a bit rarer. So there's no reason for this armor to not be as good as diamond. Also, there is a lot of amethyst use here. Like a lot. Oh, and I accidentally teleported like right next to a abandoned mine shaft. Neat. Anyway. So yeah, add-on developers, if you're watching this, make the armor as good as diamond at least. Oh, I have a issue here. Let's just look. What's going on? Notifications. Your microphone is unmuted but has no signal. I don't even know what that means. It's said that a bunch of times. I've like watched back the videos. You can hear me just fine. What? I don't know. Anyway, moving on to the next one. It's the Geo. I'm in survival mode. Why am I in video. Also, make it so that the the gauntlets can at least be enchanted with unbreaking. Well, the armors do look cool. So the head and chest give you resistance. That's nice. Really like resistance. And legs and boots probably just like give some boost to the gauntlets abilities. Get a bunch of them. I think I'm just gonna upgrade this straight away and just look at the abilities at the best. So yeah, Iron Skin reflects that 20% damage. Reflection radius increased by 2.5 blocks. Damage is now reflected to all enemies around you. While below 50% HP, reflection plus 10% damage. While below 50% HP, reflection also applies weakness 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's just all about like reflecting damage back at your opponent when you're below 50% HP. For every feared punch, knocks back. Oh, that's cool. So this increases knockback strength by half a block. Knockback radius 1 block. Stun duration for 1 second. Stun radius 6 blocks. Every punch also creates a shockwave that stuns nearby enemies. Leap slam. Impact radius 2 blocks. Impact damage plus 5 to 15. Resistance effect duration plus 5 seconds. Speed effect duration plus 5 seconds. Resistance free speed 2 after landing. Stone wall. 2 blocks width, 1 block height. Wall damage plus 3. Wall is now made of magma and deals damage. Oh, so 3 damage per tick. They're touching it. Cooldown reduced plus 2 damage per tick. Enemies gain slowness 1 in the affected area. Duration and radius increased by 3 seconds and 4 blocks respectively. Damage plus 5. Minimum area damage plus 1. Min area damage plus 1. Max area damage plus 1. Yep. That's everything? Yeah, that's everything. Jeez, this is gonna be a long video. Punch, 2, 3, 4. So again, doing 5 to 6 damage per hit. Yep, into the back. That. Each one shot I'm created. That's cool. I want to do that again. So that is a long cooldown. 2, 1, and it is also a. I guess it just goes where you click. Then we have crouch. Retract. Oh no, it's crouch. Crouch. Oh, yeah, no. What? Crouch. Oh. Oh, I need to try. Ah. There we go. Okay, if I go to game mode 0, we're gonna run into the wall. Yeah. actually killed him. So you do need to like think fast. Also, did he? How much damage does he do to me? Oh, this is as good as diamond. He does a bunch of damage, even with resistance and with this being as good as diamond. So yeah. So what was the last one? So yeah, that was. Oh yeah, double. Basically, earthquake. That's a long cooldown. So this is kind of like your bruiser class, where he's like, oh, you're really bulky, you do a bunch of damage, but you're slow and you have like long cooldowns and stuff. Wrong one. I don't know why the Vindicator just does so much damage. Oh yeah, that one shot. Yeah. Cool. Let's take a look at this little guy. Dio Wisp. Where'd he go? There he is. I do like the Wisps. Wisps, I do really like the Wisps. Yeah, cute, and they also help you in a fight, and they're also functional. That in that they can turn the board into the shards. I've not checked this spawns, but I assume like the last one was it spawns in oceans. This one spawns on the ground and in drip. Oh, I'm gonna what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep going for. I'm gonna do this one and then I'm gonna go take a quick break and come do the last three. So this is the Anemo set. Let's get rid of the armor. You get wings with this one. The gauntlet, the wisp guy, and 3 stacks of shards. So let's get the gauntlet. Oh, I must wait. Oh, yeah, I must not giving me any effect. Hold on. There it is. So 25% chance to knock the attacker, knock back the attacker. 20% animo ability cooldown. So yeah, just reduce cooldown. Put that in. Let's just fully upgrade this. So speed effect duration for 3 seconds. Gain speed 1 after activation. You can double jump for additional height while also negating 4 damage. That's pretty cool. Plus 2 damage to air / while airborne. Now triple jump. So let's check that out real quick. So you can. Oh. Let's go into survival mode. So I can double jump. Ooh, I was only expecting that to take me up 2 blocks. So this is 3 blocks. Oh, and that was triple jump. So I think just double jump can take you up like, yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So a double jump can take you up 4 blocks. So I'm guessing the triple jump can do something like 8 blocks. Yeah, that's more like 6 blocks. Still pretty cool, and it. And it also negates fall damage, which is pretty nice. So, I'm gonna stand on the end chest while doing this. I might get out of the I think I was stuck on that 1 pixel. So, primary. Knockback. So, increase knockback. Base punch knockback. Knockback punch and base knockback. All punches apply additional knockback. Levitation effect duration. Knockback punch also applies levitation 1. Wind charge effect duration. And then all punch apply wind charge. So let's check that out. So they get knocked back. Nope. I don't know what. Was there a pun D? Ah. Also, I am effect at P instant health 10 10. Right, so next ability is skill 1 air slash. So this will projectile width, projectile range, damage and max charges, max 1+1 max charge and projectile range. Charge will automatically regenerate every 5 seconds when not used. Let's summon him 10 blocks. Where is he? Over there. Right, so air slash is interact. 2, 3, 4. That wasn't even enough to kill him. Okay, there you go. It did say it did do increased damage when you're airborne, so let's just summon him over there. So it's a bit charging. It's a bit difficult to aim it while you're jumping. I was mashing the spacebar. Why didn't I jump? There we go. Finally got him. It's a bit of a pain in the butt to aim while you're jumping because you just like flying around everywhere, and it's just kind of difficult. Bearing in mind, I'm using a mouse and keyboard, which is, as you can see here, which is like one of the most precise input methods you have. Like, I believe it's like third to only behind like the Wii's motion controls and the gyro controls that were later introduced with the Switch. Those two being more get used to them being more precise than a mouse. Also, I should not have taken damage there. So imagine how difficult it'll be to actually aim it on a less precise input method like tablet or controller. That would be a bleeding nightmare. Tornado. Someone needs to use tornado pulls in and damages nearby enemies. I forgot. Anyway. 3 seconds. Hold the attack to charge it for additional +5 tornado rate. So you can charge it up. Reduce charge time. So I need to get that. Also, I'm going to heal myself up real quick. So it's shift interact. Yeah, so you can charge it up to make a bigger tornado, and you can place it down. There's Peter, and you can see he's just down. And that is. Uh-oh. He survived. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. And then disengage, which is the double shift. So quickly launches into the air, +4 blocks, casting radius. Casting also knocks back enemies and nearby. Landing knockback radius for +4 blocks can be cancelled whenever within 5 seconds with sneak to quickly land yourself and knock enemies back. Landing damage +5, and landing slam also deals AoE damage. So, say you're in a bad way, you double tap shift, you launch to see what. Well, now I'm supposed to do landing damage. I should also quickly heal myself up. Oh, I'm not. I forgot I wasn't holding the gauntlets. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really be using this for like escaping because you're just gonna get hit. Not so useful in my opinion. And that spawn is still got in. We'll feed him some shards. There you go. He's cute. He's like a blocky little cloud guy. So I assume they just spawn. Those just spawn above say Y level. Overworld above Y100, extreme hills, mountains, meadow biome, and cherry grove biome. Right, so I'm gonna go take a quick break, go get something to eat, and just generally take a bit of a break, and then when I come back, we'll move on to the electro armor. Right, let's get back into it with the. What happens if I turn my keyboard on? With the Elec. Grab the armor. One, two, three. One of these. So, two pieces of the armor gives you speed. There's three pieces, speed 2. Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, that's speed 2. And then he's whinging for so you got the basic punch attack. Let's put this into here. So the passive is static. Uh, Physical attacks apply +1 static to the enemy. Static decays by 1 every 5 seconds. Max static 3. So that's +2. Enemies that hit you with the melee get +1 static applied to them. And enemies with 3+ static also suffer weakness too. So yeah, let's get this back. Summon in the Vindicator and magically give me a 0. And summon Vindicator. You can see his static is doing damage. He did have a weakness because he did less damage than he normally would. Pretty sure. And still not as good as Damon. I already had a rant about that. Right, so on to the next ability. Oh. Okay, apparently Interact does that. And there. So Thunder Punch attacks, zaps close enemies, doing that. So max zaps, zap range increased by 1. Zap damage increased by 20%. Zap deal 100% damage on enemies with static. Oh, come on. Right, so Vindicator. Come on! Yeah. The range on these really need to be extended. Anyway, on to the next ability. Skill dash charge. So dash forward, dealing damage anyway, so this just increases range. Apply static. And less cooldown. Let's heal up. Come on! How did he not die? I hit him twice with it, and I hit him like I hit him with the punch bit. Like, come on. Oh, that's annoying. And he hit me when I was using the dash attack. That's stupid. Yeah, can't really recommend that. Doesn't really do much damage, and you can take damage while using it. That's just like dumb. Like he did half my health because I used the attack. So discharge nearby enemies with static. They receive damage for each static stat removed. So this will slowness effect duration. Apply slowness 1 to 3 based on static amount removed. Plus 1 damage per static. And heals you 1 HP for every 2 static. And, yeah, for every 2 static attack. Right. So let's try this. So I've got Vindicator. He has static. What was... Oh yeah, it's that one. Yeah, I didn't even use... Right, shift. So right click. Shift, right click, there we go. I killed them. Skill 3, Lightning Strike. Unleash all your stored electricity you're striking nearby enemies with lightning. So, plus 2 seconds zap damage, spark, restoration, plus 3 blocks. Rock enemies emit sparks, zapping all the enemies nearby. Plus 2 max target, plus 1 zap damage. Plus 2 max targets, plus 10 block radius. Okay, so this is double shift. Crouch. 30 seconds. Let's just wait for it to cool down. Yeah, and the stuff does look cool. Right, so let's summon the Vindicator. Okay, that didn't even... How are you still alive? Did it say dealt damage resistance static? Only stored electricity shocking nearby enemies with light. So it doesn't say anything about them, their static level or anything. So, honestly, I think the shift right click, yeah, that one's still like the best. Maybe because it has the least amount of recharge, and it does the most amount of damage. Not that one. That one. This can just... Oh. Hold on, why didn't I... Okay. The recharge time is... When you think of lightning, you think, and electricity, you think slow. I could have saved myself there. I don't know. This set just kind of feels worse than all the others. Oh, this guy's cute though. The little electric mouse. Oh. Well. How have you managed to get? Like if Dead Mouse's head was a Pokemon. Yeah, not a great set. Also, this guy spawns in plains, savannas, and deserts. So yeah, next up we have the Necro. So we have a helmet, chest plate, boots. Shirts. So two pieces. Saturation. Enemy defeated. That doesn't make much sense, but basically it means I can't get hungry. You can't get hungry. I guess. Undead minion. So I guess you kill something and you get saturation. Okay, why saturation though? If you like, why not have it be like lifesteal? You kill something and you get regeneration or a little bit of instant health. +2 undead minion damage, increase undead minion speed. So increases your undead minion damage and speed. So I just wanna go into game mode 2 real quick. I'm gonna run around and reduce my hunger. So, like, the models on these are definitely high quality and they look cool. It's just some of the choices they've made in this are a bit baffling. Wait, hold on. EFFECT at P hunger 10. You think hunger 10 will just absolutely demolish your hunger bar? I'm a bit hungry now, so if I summon a Vindicator, I kill the Vindicator. I didn't get saturation. I didn't get anything. What was that? It looked like a little soul thing. I have no idea what that was. Hey, dropped another one. I'm at full hunger again. Wait a sec, I don't know why I still sold that. He's fine. I did plug into my go. 255 absolutely destroys you. Now I have no hunger. Still not gaining any saturation. Wait, I gained half a shank of saturation from killing him. What was that? There's a little undead guy there. If I get hit by him, will he... It's a bit shit because he only attacked him after I died. Yeah, well, so far this is shit. There's no other way to put it, really. Undead minion. Okay. So the undead minion is kind of shit because it doesn't... So, it doesn't register your gauntlet attacks as you attacking the enemy. So, if you use your gauntlet attack to attack an enemy, it just be like... It'll just stand there and do nothing. Why does it just stand there and do nothing? That's stupid. Like, if you can't, if there's like no way to code it, so, oh, and he's gone now. I have no idea what he's about. So if there's no way to code it, so that you can't, so that if there's no way to code it, so that they see that, oh, you've attacked them with this ability, therefore I should attack them. Instead of that, just make it so they're always hostile towards hostile mobs. Oh, that's a hostile mob. I'm gonna kill it like an iron golem. Anyway, let's take a look at the actual effects. Also, the saturation effect sucks. Just make it so that when you kill a mob, you get some health back. You get regeneration for a few seconds. Like that is that simple. It's that bloody simple. Much better. So, passive. Harvester. Enemies drop souls when defeated. Hold sneak to consume a soul and summon an undead minion. So I accidentally did that. And then this is going to give them more HP. More soul capacity. And more soul capacity. So, yeah, if I just hold shift. Circle, and then summon the guy. If I summon another Vindicator, so I have, these guys are shit. This. Still went, yeah, so I'm gonna literally have to just like come over here and like punch him normally just so he attacks him or get hit by him, which yes is just dumb. Like I said, just make it an iron golem, just make it so that it attacks every hostile mob in the vicinity. Why even bother with it just being neutral? Just make it an iron golem basically that follows the player for a short period of time. It's that simple. Or better yet, give it the Iron Golem's AI, but make it so that also if you attack something, it will then attack that thing as well. So it's just like, oh, it'll automatically go after hostile mobs. But if you then like get into a fight with a player, it'll attack the player, the opposing player. I don't know why they just didn't do that. It's just a pain, but especially like if it worked with the gauntlet attacks, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. But it doesn't work with the gauntlet attacks, so it's not fine. Healing amount. Hold on. Every fourth punch you land on an enemy heals you. River effect. Launch a punch applies with a 2. Leeching punch also heals from nearby enemies around the hit target up to 3 hits. So, summon Vindicator. Damage. Oh, calm the punch attack is so shit on all these. You're going to need that healing because you're going to take so much damage just from them attacking you. Oh yeah, it barely heals anything. It barely heals anything. I think I healed like 1 heart. Like what? That's so shit. The attack is shit in the first place, and then you lay on top of that a shit ability that barely does anything. Why? I try to not swear in my videos, but come on. I have my limits. That limit is when you're just stacking where you stack stupid decision after stupid decision. Soul Snipe. Soul Snipe. Fires a skull projectile. This ability consumes a soul. Why? None of the other Gauntlets interact range abilities that use a consumable. Why this one? And it has a charge time. You put a charge time. Oh wait, no, charge time. Recharge. So yeah, cooldown. You put cooldown. Okay, the cooldown is only 1 second, but come on. Can be charged up to 2 times, gaining +5 damage for each charge. Explosion damage. Explosion radius. Hitting an undead minion causes it to explode, dealing damage to nearby mobs. Exploding minions apply with a 2. This is shit. Hold on. Did I use the wrong attack? No, I didn't. It's just that shit. It's just that shit. I used it twice. Fully charged. It's still not dead. The heck? Fuck this punch. All the punches. It's so bad. Oh my god. Putrid ribs. Some enemies weaken. Some enemies cannot move. Damage and range. With a 3 enemies, it instantly restores 1 soul. Summon Vindicator. Crouch. Interact. Alright, oh, I have got no. Well, I died it. So it didn't restore 1 soul instantly. That's dumb. Why did it say that it would do that if it didn't do that? Well, to be fair, it's the best move in this entire bleeding moveset for the undead one. I don't know about the entire add-on. It's definitely higher up there, but let's give this thing let's give this one good ability, and that's it. Reprecise is double shift. Increase some amounts in size, radius. Heals you for every one hit. Less cooldown. Exit. Summon him 10 blocks away. Oh my god! Okay, that did a fair amount of damage. To be fair, but he's so like close up to you. I just did so like it did a fair amount of damage, but it's so close to you with like such a small area. It's just like no. With these armors, you can like die in like 2 hits. So it's just like, no. Yeah, why am I putting that back in there? Let's get this guy out. Is he like, yeah, he's cute. I like him. He reminds me of Duskull. Duskull wearing a Viking hat. Oh, that was just a terrible set. They really need to release an update for this, just buffing all of the punch attacks. Like, give it longer range. That's basically what it needs, is better range. Because, especially with like the armors being worse than Diamond for the most part, they just don't protect you enough, and you get 2 hit by like a single Vindicator. So having an attack that if you miss it once, you're getting hit, is just no. And the other attacks aren't necessarily gonna one-hit kill, and they have like super long cooldowns. It's just like no. On to the last one. Hopefully this one's better. The Ender set. Also, that little guy. He spawns in swamp biomes at night, pale garden biomes, and soul sand valleys. Ender. Spawn egg, gauntlet. I need 3 stacks of shards. Alright. The armor. With 2 sets give you levitation 1. 25%. Why is it only a 25% chance to gain levitation 1? Levitation 1 isn't even that good. Why? After using my step, your next echo punch will adjust trigger and will always trigger an echo. I'm already not happy with this set. Void step. Double jump to teleport a short distance in the direction you're facing. So by default it's 7 blocks. You can upgrade it to 10 blocks, and then you get Dragonfire damage, Dragonfire radius, Dragonfire lifetime, teleportation leaves behind Dragonfire. I think that's supposed to be Dragon's Breath. Resistance effect, teleportation leaves behind lingering Dragon's Breath. Gain resistance 3 after teleporting. That's actually pretty cool, being it again a teleport that gives you resistance 3. Double jump, it said. also gives you darkness. Oh my god, that is so shit. That is the shittiest teleport I have seen. You just teleport a couple of blocks. So, wait, so, except for, so you can't use this for traversal, so it's not like, I want to get up there. Jump. No, you can't do that. Like, you might... I wasn't even trying to activate then, I was just holding the spacebar. Like, you might be able to, like, jump up there. Yeah, you can... No, I couldn't even do that. There we go. Wait. No. Well, you can't... Oh my god, this just keeps getting worse and worse. The more I try and come up with, like, a thing... I'm trying to come up with a legitimate use for this. But it's just too shit. It can't go up blocks. It can't go up blocks. What you... Okay, that time it went up blocks. We went up one block. Oh my god, that's so shit. The shittiest teleport I've ever seen in any add-on ever. But then again, but the other reason you'd be using this is if you're being attacked and you need to get away. You teleport, and they're going to instantly see you that you're right there, and they're going to continue attacking you and kill you. Why is this so shit? My god. This is the hardest armor to get in this entire add-on. This should be the best add-on in the entire armor. This should be the best set in the entire add-on. This shouldn't just be like, oh, you might get levitation one. This should be like, oh, you have levitation and or no, you have like slow. You always have slow falling, and you hold spacebar and you get levitation or something, and to give you like a basic form of flying. Just basically something that's good. Just make it good. The primary attack. Damage echo. Every fourth attack sends out a short range echo that pierces through enemies. Slowness affair. That'll apply slowness. That's increases range. And weakness. And that'll give weakness effect. Oh my god, I just hold on. Let me just kill this guy real quick. Or the attack could just suck ass. The attack could just do that and I could just fucking die because the attack sucks ass. I just looked at the armor bar. Look at the fucking armor bar! For the end game armor of this add-on should not be that shit! Like, my god, legitimately, I think that's worse than iron armor! I legitimately think, like, off the top of my head, iron armor gives you better protection. So that's 2, 4, 5. 5.5. 6.5. I think that's 7.5. Yeah, so it is far worse than iron armor. Your end game armor. You have to kill the Ender Dragon to get this. My god, did nobody look at this? I think, this might actually be a little bit underpowered for everything you have to fucking go through to get this shit. I'm sorry if I'm swearing too much, or if you think I'm being a bit harsh, but come on. This is just stupid. This just screams, oh, we wanted to make a cool looking arm, so I couldn't be asked to actually balancing it so that it'd be worth the time and effort it takes to get the actual armor itself. It does not feel... It legitimately feels like they just want to make a cool armor set. They just did not they did not balance test or anything. Like, okay, we've got a cool armor set, we've got away with that, we got all this, we've got cute little familiars and shit. Chuck it onto the marketplace. Balancing? What's that? Shulker barrage. Shoot out shulker bullets that are homing on enemies. Increase levitation. It doesn't even give levitation by default. Explosion damage, explosion radius, bullet amount, and bullet lifetime. So it's this one? Yeah. It's interact. Let's summon Vindicator. Should have waited for the cooldown. 3, 2, 1. Ah, finally! They're not very good at homing in on the mobs. At least I didn't die that time. Ender Rift. Summons a rift that pulls enemies inward before exploding and knocking them away. Rift damage, 1 + 1 damage per tick. Rift radius +3 blocks. Rift lifetime and explosion damage increase. Exit. So that's shift right click. Yep. Right, so we can put that down there. Get it in. 30 seconds. I didn't even manage to kill him. I do have an idea though for wombo combo. 3, 2, 1. That holds in place. There we go. And because the first attack has a lower cooldown than the second attack, when it does increase the amount of time you have to wait, and it can also hit multiple at the same time. So that combining those two is at least halfway decent. If it would actually be pretty good if the cooldown on the second attack wasn't so long. Void Beam. Channel a long Void Beam that pierces enemies and deals sustained damage. You cannot move while casting. Great. This enemy's gain slowness free. More damage, longer duration, bigger range. You can now move while casting. A bit surprising because not. So at least the laser beam can kill a indicator. Yeah, and let's take a look at this guy. You probably just. see, another add-on. Oh yeah, and the training on me, I don't care. Yeah. This sucked. It's all style and no substance. The armor is consistently worse than Diamond, with the exception of the Earth one, or whatever it's called, which is better than Diamond because it gives you the protection of Diamond, and it also gives you resistance. But literally all the other ones are worse than Diamond, even though like they are quite often harder to get than they are. Even though I've proven that they are harder to get than Diamond. Just by looking through my world and seeing that more like about as common as Diamond. So like yeah. This is just no. Like, it's not broken, and the stuff does look cool, but it's just not you know, good. Like the attacks, a lot of the attacks on the with the gauntlets do look cool, but they're all like hit or miss. It's like they either are pretty good and do decent damage, or they just do shit damage. Like especially like the punches. The punches on all of them do shit damage and have shit range, to the point where if you miss a single attack with one of them, you're quite likely to just die because of the armor being so shit. They really need to like just go back to this and just rebalance. Just have a big rebalancing patch update for this. Like buff all the armor to protect you as much as Diamond, and then just buff the attacks. Just like attacks with long cooldowns should easily one shot a mob, or do a bunch of do a lot of damage to a bunch of mobs. And attacks with low cooldowns should do lower damage, but because of their low cooldown, they is forgiving, because you can just spam it and do a bunch and do death by 1,000 cuts or whatever. It just needs to rebalance it. It just feels like I have no reason to use it over just getting a diamond sword and enchanting it with sharpness 5. Well, man, this looks cooler than a diamond sword. Like, or diamond armor. Like, diamond armor protects you more. Like, hold on. Let's actually. I think I actually do have. I have these shulker boxes here. This one just has base diamond armor. No enchantments. And the Vindicator's probably going to do... I don't think it's going to do half my health, but I think it's going to do still a bunch of damage, because they do a bunch of damage. The Vindicators, yeah. The Vindicator does... It's doing less damage to me in this diamond armor than apparently Anna did it with the stone armor, I think. This... And then... 2, 3... The diamond sword does more damage than the gauntlet, than most of the gauntlets, even when fully upgraded, and it has longer range. Like, there's legitimately no use to use the gauntlet's punching attack if you just get 2 diamonds and put them with a stick and get a diamond sword, because it's more range, more damage, and unlike the gauntlets, you can upgrade this even further with enchantments to get looting sharp. There's just no reason to use the gauntlets or the armor over the vanilla stuff. It's just worse, and it's just as hard to get. Well, if not harder. Because again, the Ender one, you need to go to the end for that. So yeah, there's no reason really to be downloading this. like I said earlier, it is literally just form over function. Uh, so yeah, I got all the I got this tier sorted out the other day. I'm just gonna slap this in here. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna put it in there. It does have a cool idea. Um, it just need and it, and like all the models and everything. Like it is cool. It does look cool, and there's definitely talent behind it. It just needs a major update, just like fixing. Or it just has so many problems. It just has so many problems that I cannot possibly recommend it to anyone. Unless you're literally just like want an add-on that adds some cool armor for you to take like selfies or whatever in Minecraft for like whatever, like Instagram or whatever. But it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Anyway, uh, uh, I want to thank channel members. Pretty sure it's still just Phoenix. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, still just Phoenix. If you want to become a channel member, there's a video on my channel that explains all the different tiers and what you get in those different tiers. And yeah, I hope you guys all did enjoy this video. I hope to see you guys in the next video. And bye bye.